Happy Friday, Ronchar Ranchers. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. Dinner is in the barn today because it is apparently too windy on the patio for Barney and Gabby. So they decided that they wanted their hay back inside. So that's fine with me. Wherever they want to eat, they can eat. So what's been going on this week? It seems that Barney's nasal infection is back, unfortunately. He has started to have mucus in his, coming out of his, actually both nostrils. I thought it was only one, but it's actually both. So we started him back on his doxycycline. Unfortunately, unlike before, he won't take it in his food, so he stopped eating on us. So we pulled the doxycycline out of his food, and we conferred with Dr. Lauren, and she suggested using some spices. She says it has worked for other clients. So, nutmeg, cinnamon, turmeric, I forgot what else she said, but she gave me a list of spices to put in, and just see what he likes. So we're going to start trying that. The last resort, of course, is taking the medication and severely diluting it and then using a syringe and shooting it down his throat. That is our absolute last resort, because it's going to totally freak him out. And, we've worked incredibly hard to get him to trust us and to go ahead and do that. It's gonna pretty much ruin everything that we've done with him. So that is our absolutely 100% last resort with him. I'm hoping that he likes one of the spices that Dr. Lauren said would work for him. If not, hey, if anybody out there has some ideas on what has worked for them for giving a horse that you can't put it in their feed medication, I am all ears. He can't, he doesn't like apples, he doesn't like applesauce, I don't think he's ever had it in his life, so he doesn't even understand what the smell of it is, because actually his medication is apple smelling, and his sense of smell is so keen that as soon as he smelt it, he put his nose up on it. So if anybody out there has any ideas, any tricks that they're using to give medication to their horse, doesn't have to be a draft horse, any horse, just put it in the comments and let me know, because it would help out a lot. Gabby's been doing well. Right, Gabby girl? She's been doing well. She's been actually going and venturing out a little further than she normally is. Quite a bit of our snow melted, so it's not as deep for her, so she's able to excuse me, to venture out. And so she's been wandering around and going on little adventures. I don't know where you're going, babes. Nope. Leave him alone. So easy does it. Easy. So as you can see, Gabby is incredibly gentle with Barney. they have their own little language. It's actually incredibly interesting that normally when, hi Gabs, normally when Gabby wants Barney to move, she touches her stomach and it makes the bell jingle. There you go, buddy. And that's how he knows that he should get out of the way. She actually very rarely touches him. I was very surprised that she touched him because she normally doesn't do that. They normally don't even have to make contact for him to know what her intentions are. And in fact, I'm going to be writing a blog post this weekend about how horses communicate. And hi, Joe. How horses communicate, and specifically how Gabby and Barney are able to communicate when obviously they're both visually impaired. So wait for that on Monday. I'll post a link to the blog post about it. I think it's a fascinating topic, and I hope that you guys will too. Louis is doing well. I don't know where he is right now. Oh, apparently everybody is on the other side. With the wind, my internet connection's gonna die going on that side, so we'll just stay on this side with Barney. So Louis has been doing well. His head is healing. His head actually looks very nice. So that's a good thing. We did put his boots back on. He wanted them back on, actually. He was, as soon as he saw him, he lifted his one leg up, and we slipped it right on, and then we went ahead and we did the other one. He was the same way. As soon as he had one on, he had the other one up in the air so that we could put the other one on. So the boots are doing wonders for him. You know, he's, I was trying to catch it on video, but because it seems like when it gets really windy, he gets really spunky. So he was running around and doing all kinds of wacky things earlier today, and I was, before when I was feeding, and I was trying to get it on video, but I wasn't fast enough. So he's feeling well. He's still, when he runs around after he does his little lap or whatever he's doing, he still picks up his left leg. So that's not done. That's still bothering him, but I guess he feels good enough to to run around a little bit and worry about his leg later. I can totally relate to that. So that's the update on Gabby, Barney, and Louie. The other thing that's going on this week is that, and actually it's going on until mid-April, is that we are taking part again this year in the Cellino Plumbing Truck Wrap Contest. It's essentially a bracket contest where we're up against another animal welfare organization, and whoever gets the most votes moves on to the next round. So I'm going to post a link to the website to vote. You don't have to pay anything. It's free, but I would really appreciate your votes. The way that the contest works is the winner of the contest then gets their information wrapped on one of the Cellino Plumbing trucks that go out to service the community. And when the truck goes out, the winning nonprofit gets a portion of the proceeds from the bill for the home or business that they are servicing. So it's it's an incredibly large amount of money that we could potentially be getting. And it doesn't matter if you're from the Western New York area or not. You can vote if you're in Wisconsin like Joe is, or you could be anywhere in the country to vote. So please, please vote for us so that we can move on to the next round, and fingers crossed we can then win this contest, and it would be a huge boost to us. Not to mention the publicity of being around town, with our logo and the horses' faces. It would be a huge boost for us at this time. If you're not, you probably don't know, my personal car, I have a wrap on it with the horses, and heads turn and people, it's a great conversation starter. So the wraps on vehicles really does work for getting the word out about you. So please vote for us. I will have the link on the comments, and I will also have a separate post talking about the contest and how you can help. It's super simple, so would really appreciate it. Other than that, we did win a grant. Hooray! It's very exciting. We put in for a grant to help us with our vaccines, and I was informed today that we won the grant. So the vaccines are going to get shipped sometime in March. And we usually do our vaccines in like April and May. So it's very exciting that we got this grant to help with the vaccines, and yay for some help with the vaccines, because it's about $500 worth of vaccines that we were awarded. So it's an incredibly huge help for us, obviously, and it keeps the horses healthy, right, Barney Bear? That's what it's all about, right, buddy boy? You dropped your dinner there, bud. But other than that, that's really it for this week. Trying to think if there's anything else going on. Nope, that's pretty much it. So I hope that everybody is staying warm. It is brutally cold out here. I won't lie. The wind, if the wind wasn't howling, it would be fine. But with the cold, with the wind, it hurts the face. These guys are fine. Barney was laying out for a couple hours in the sun today, and was none the worse for the wear while the snow was blowing over him and the wind was howling. But he was comfy. He was all stuck in there, and he was all happy as a clam. So the wind wasn't bothering him. When it does become night, it does bother Gabby and Barney that it's so windy. So I'm assuming that Barney was just taking advantage of the sun and getting some shut-eye, because he probably knew that tonight was going to be a rough night for him for sleeping. So but other than that, that's really all that's going on with the crew. I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. Next week it's supposed to be much warmer, in the 50s, so that's a good thing. So we'll look forward to that. So until next week, Ronchar Ranchers, stay safe, stay warm, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.